China on Thursday condemned a top US general's criticism of its border infrastructure as a despicable act and chastised some American officials for adding fuel to the fire, stressing that Beijing and New Delhi have the will and competence to appropriately address their disputes through negotiations. During a press conference on Thursday, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Zhao Lijian made the remarks in response to a question about comments made by US Army Pacific Commanding General Charles A. Flynn, who described the situation in eastern Ladakh as alarming. This border issue is between China and India, and the two sides have the will and capability to properly resolve the issue through talks, Zhao said. Zhao said, some US officials are trying to add fuel to the fire and pointing fingers. This is a despicable act. We hope they will do more to contribute to regional peace and stability. He reiterated that the situation at eastern Ladakh, where the two sides had over 2-year-long military standoff, is stabilizing. Now the situation there is stabilizing on the whole, and the frontline forces from both countries have realized disengagement in most areas along the western section, Zhao said. General Flynn, who is on a visit to India, said on Wednesday that some of the defense infrastructure that is being created by China near its border with India in Ladakh is alarming, calling the Chinese activity in that region as eye-opening. Flagging concerns over the China infra build-up, the US general also said that the destabilizing and corrosive behavior of the Chinese Communist Party in the Indo-Pacific region is simply not helpful. I think it is worthy of us working together as a counterweight to some of those corrosive and corruptive behaviors that the Chinese do, he told reporters. The Indian and Chinese troops have been locked in a tense border standoff in eastern Ladakh since May 5, 2020, when a violent clash between the two sides erupted in the Pangong Lake area. Last month, it emerged that China is constructing a second bridge in an area held by it around the strategically key Pangong Tso Lake in eastern Ladakh, and this could help its military to quickly mobilize its troops in the region. Other infrastructure such as roads and residential units have been built in China's border territories with India. To date, India and China have undertaken 15 rounds of military talks to settle the deadlock in Ladakh. The two sides concluded the disengagement process on the north and south banks of the Pangong Lake, as well as in the Gogra area last year as a consequence of the talks. However, each side currently has around 50,000 to 60,000 troops along the line of actual control in the sensitive sector. News Desk, Kaumudy Global.